We haven't even gotten into the video yet, but I'm already feeling fired up. So if I get too animated through this, you might have to tell me to calm down. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Today we're talking about the reasons why you're never gonna be rich, and I'm gonna show you why right meow.
I'm sorry, are you saying meow?
Am I saying meow?
So you might be thinking to yourself, you're only 26 years old, what do you know about being rich? And you're right, I'm not rich, at least not yet, but someday soon I hope to be there. But even having said that, I've lived both of the lifestyles that I'm about to share with you, and I can tell you right now that this lifestyle that I'm living right now has put me so much farther ahead. In the last 4 years, I've gone from a negative net worth to a positive net worth of $250,000. If I hadn't learned a thing or two along the way, or I hadn't changed a thing or two along the way, I definitely would not be where I'm at right now. Reason number one that you will never be rich is because you're working for every single dollar. You're currently trading your time for money. One of my all-time favorite quotes is from Warren Buffett, where he says, if you don't learn to make money while you sleep, you're gonna work until the day that you die. Time is a very finite resource, meaning we only have a limited amount of it. If your earning potential is limited to the number of hours that you can work, you're never gonna be able to get ahead because you can only work 24 hours in any given day. And obviously, you could only work 24 hours a day for 2 or 3 days until you collapse from sleep deprivation. Instead of you working for your money, you have to make the money work for you. So I like to envision it like this. I imagine every single dollar that I invest to be a little soldier that goes out and works hard to make me more money. The more soldiers that I have out there working for me, the less work that I personally have to do. I do this through real estate investing, stock investing, and other little side businesses that I have running here and there to go out and generate income for me so that I'm not limited to the amount of money that I can bring in, because I make money whether I work or not. If your income is tied to the number of hours in any given day, you have what's called active income. You see, I'm actually a really lazy person. At the end of a long day, I really like coming home, laying in bed, and watching Netflix. I have no doubt in my mind that if I had to go out there and dig trenches or do concrete work or some other type of manual labor, I'd be awful at it because I'm really lazy. And that's why I take the lazy approach to investing and earning money. I'm kind of a wimp. I don't want to go out there and be swinging a hammer, so I've decided to take a different route. Active income is never going to let you get ahead. I'm going to put a link right here to a video that I did a couple months back where I talk about passive income and how I earn over $2,000 every single month without having to do anything. And this is kind of a side note, but once you start tasting that juicy passive income, it almost feels wrong to earn income any other way. Reason number two that you'll never be rich is because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses. You're trying to do and be and look like everyone else. When you keep up with the Joneses, you buy things and do things because you think that it impresses other people. But you know what? People don't care what you drive. People don't care what kind of house you live in. They really don't. You need to quit worrying about what other people think about you and quit basing your self-worth on what other people say about you. If you go out and buy a nice house and a nice car because that's what you think is expected of you, then you've got a really warped perception on reality. Now, I want you to understand this though. I want a nice house and a nice car too. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But in our day and age, it is so easy to walk into a bank and walk out of it 10 minutes later with a loan. Just because you can qualify for a loan doesn't mean you can afford those things. By chasing after these things and pretending that you can afford them, you're gonna dig yourself in a deeper hole. Do you wanna know why I'm so passionate about this topic? The reason is because I was stupid. I did the exact same thing. Luckily for me, I was able to fix it before it was too late, and I got my head straight. But I did it. I bought the fancy car because I thought that it was gonna make me look cool. I thought everybody else around me would be impressed, but it was quite the opposite. But it took a lot of hard work to dig myself out of the hole that I had dug for myself. When it was all said and done, it probably took me a year to 2 years to recover from the stupid mistake that I had made. I'm gonna link to that video right up here so you can see what I'm talking about. I was so dumb, oh my gosh. The top 3 biggest expenses in any given individual's budget are typically housing, transportation, and food. If you can learn to curb these expenses and live well below your means, you're gonna far surpass people. You're gonna be able to grow your net worth and your wealth so much quicker than 90% of the people out there. If all of your money is spent on these 3 things, then you're never gonna be able to get ahead. You're too busy being house poor or car poor because you're paying for all these things that there's no way you're gonna be able to get ahead. You don't have any money to save, you don't have any money to pay off debt, and you definitely don't have any money to invest to improve your future. If you don't fix this right now, you will never be wealthy because you're focused on buying stupid crap. Calm down, it's okay, bring it together. Reason number 3 that you will never be rich is because you take the path of least resistance. If you take the easy route, you're never gonna be rich. If you look at the people around you that are rich, look at what they're doing. Look at what they've done differently. If you graduate from high school, don't go on to pursue any further education, you get a minimum wage job, you work your 9 to 5 hours every day, and then you come home and watch Netflix, you're never gonna get ahead. There is no way that you can advance when you're not actually striving for something. Life is not just gonna automatically happen to you. You have to be proactive and really go out and just grab what you want. Take a look at the world's wealthiest individuals. I've studied a lot of people who are wealthy because I wanna copy their habits. I wanna see what they do differently because I wanna be just like them. I've learned that these people have a very strict schedule that they set themselves to, and they make sure that they keep it. These people are constantly networking with others and trying to build relationships. These people are always talking about ideas instead of talking about people. These people are always working long, hard hours to build something from the ground up. These people are always reading and learning and growing and trying to improve themselves. If you try and live like 95% of the people out there, you're gonna end up like the rest of society too. You can't think that you can live the same way as other people, but end up differently. That's not how it works. Most people are broke. Most people are unhappy with their lives. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. If you do the same thing as most people, you're gonna end up like most people. So instead, you have to do the opposite. You have to work hard. You have to take the difficult route. You have to take that path of struggle and pain and uphill resistance, otherwise you're never gonna achieve anything. Most people are not going to invest. Most people are not going to start their own business. Most people are not gonna work hundreds of hours for free with no sign of reward until they start to grow something. I fully believe that mindset is to blame for a lot of these things. If you have a negative mindset and you really just don't believe that you can achieve these different things, then you're right. Anyway, if you're watching this video, my guess is that you want to live differently than most people. You don't want to live a mediocre life, and I don't either. I don't blame you for that. I'm sorry I'm so passionate about this subject, but it's really what I believe and what I truly care about. I talk about a lot of different things on this channel, but ultimately, all of the things that I talk about can be summarized into these 3 things. You have to quit exchanging your time for money. You have to quit keeping up with the Joneses, and you have to stop taking the easy way out. These 3 things are never going to get you ahead in life. I just can't stand it when people refuse to unlock their full potential and they just kind of follow the status quo and do whatever's easiest in their lives. Anyway, like I said, I'll calm down now. We're wrapping up, so we're okay. I'm not as heated anymore. Anyway, to wrap things up, if you do these 3 things, it's going to ensure that you will never be wealthy. I'm sure it doesn't seem like it because all we do on this channel is talk about money, but to me, it really is not about the money at all. I know it's cliche to say, but there really is more to life than money, and money does not buy happiness. But you know what money can buy is financial freedom. I don't care if I make $10,000 a year or $1 million a year. It doesn't matter. I'm not trying to flash my money around to people.
Whole out race, man. Whole out jumping jacks. You need to want to work out. You muscles, you big muscles.
I'm working so hard to build financial freedom so that I can help other people, so that I can live a fulfilling life, so that I can travel, I can spend time with the people that I love. And so I'm not wasting away in a 9-to-5 job, just withering away in a cubicle. I guarantee that if you quit thinking and worrying about what other people think of you, start saving money, investing money, just living differently and doing things differently than the rest of people, you're gonna set yourself up for a financial future that you wouldn't even believe. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, be sure to subscribe down below. And of course, hit that little bell icon for me so you get notified each and every time we submit a new video. Feel free to comment down below and share what you think. Otherwise, we will see you guys next week.